Hobbies are important. Hobbies liberate from the machine. The only expectation hobbies have of us is to make sure our imprint is sustained and everlasting. Hobbies is community. Hobbies is why you're here watching this right now. I love watches because of its multidimensionality. Time is humanity's finite understanding within God's everlasting existence. A watch serves and it can dictate. A watch provides one dimension of data while providing multiple dimensions of how it ended up on your wrist. Some watches are disposable, some watches are collectible, but somehow to us, all of them are great. A watch can be a goal. We call these grails, and this is my first. It may be laughable when I say that a Tudor is one of my grails, but back in 2022, when this journey first started, the thought of owning a Rolex or anything in that similar price category felt kind of far away. Like, I drive a Hyundai. I don't know anything about crypto and the stock market. I don't have rich parents. I'm a freelance creative person. I just felt like it wasn't in the cards for me at the time. Like a select few of you watching this now, I fell in love with the Black Bay. And after scouring through the whole catalog, my heart stopped when I saw this reference, and as fate would have it, since I hate conformity, this is probably the least hyped Black Bay in the whole collection. I think the most unique thing about this reference is it's one of the very few Black Bays that has a date window. This reference debuted in 2017 and has a twin brother that sports a black dial. I went with the champagne because I love gold. I do. Modern Tudor is very well constructed, and I think in terms of quality it rivals all of its competitors, even its older brother Rolex. Tudor makes great watches, and you'll be pleasantly surprised seeing how well constructed and how well finished all of the watches are if you ever get a chance to handle one or go visit the boutique. The Black Bay is a recreation of the original oyster print Submariner reference 7922 from 1954. The bezel and larger crown can be referenced back to the reference 7924 from 1958, simply nicknamed Big Crown. And the snowflake hands can be referenced back to the 7016 from 1969. All of these elements together form the Black Bay's identity while staying connected to its lineage. So, quick history recap for those that don't know. Tudor was founded in 1926 by the same guy that started Rolex. Rolex was already popping off, so Hans wanted to make tool watches for everyday people. Tudor's original production strategy was to put third-party movements into Rolex cases, and it worked. But gone are the days of Tudors with third-party movements. In 2015, Tudor released its first watches with their in-house calibers that, according to my research, took 5 years to develop. I think this is the way it all went down. In 2010, Tudor started developing their own movements. In 2015, they presented their new in-house caliber watches at Baselworld. In 2016, Tudor started the Kinesi company to oversee the development and production of its movements, and also became a consultancy and movement manufacturer for other select brands. Now, Kinesi stands as a joint venture between Tudor, Breitling, and Chanel. The MT5612 is an in-house Tudor caliber. It is COSC certified, and it's pretty damn accurate, falling within that 1 to 2 seconds off per day. It's 4 Hz, 26 Joule, and has a 70-hour power reserve. This movement features hacking, hand winding, a bidirectional rotor, a silicone balance spring, and a date window. The MT5612 is also shared with the Pelagos 42 and the Black Bay P01. One of the biggest differences between modern Rolex and Tudor is the use of 316L stainless steel. Rolex uses 904L. This watch is not gold PVD coated. Tudor uses a technique called gold wrapped. My understanding of gold wrapped is wrapping a thin sheet of gold over the stainless steel parts. For example, the gold links in the bracelet are molded as stainless steel, then wrapped with a thin sheet of gold. To my understanding, the only solid gold parts on this watch is the coin edge bezel and I think the end links, but I'm not sure about that. I appreciate the use of precious metals, but it's really nothing to get too excited over, but definitely much better than PVD coating for longevity. The bezel insert is anodized aluminum. It's nice, would have definitely preferred ceramic, but it doesn't bother me. The bezel is 60 clicks and features a solid gold coin edge. The pip is loomed. The dial is a sunburst champagne with applied indices. The typeface, a minute track, is printed black with very crisp edges. The white, non-matching date window does not bother me at all. The hands are a polished gold tone with great proportions. I like the snowflake for the Black Bay the same way I like the Mercedes for the Sub. The lume on this watch is fantastic. The thickness of this watch is probably its one downfall. I will admit it's a chunky boy, but this is the conscious sacrifice I made because I wanted a gold Black Bay with a date window. It's only noticeable when looking down the barrel. Both case sides are polished with polished bevels as you move up toward the brushed front-facing lugs. The crown is signed with the Tudor Rose logo, which was the logo for Tudor in the early days. The crown is gold-capped and easy to handle. The bracelet is fantastic. It's rock solid and doesn't jangle at all. The clasp is very nice and feature these small ceramic locking pips to reduce the wear of the deployant over time. The clasp is in the shape of a shield, which I think ties the whole theme together. The bracelet is held together with screw-in pins with 3 positions of micro adjust. I was able to get the perfect fit on my 6.5-inch wrist. No, I don't mind the rivets. I usually only wear this watch with the bracelet, but it does do well with a variety of different straps. There are no drilled lugs, so getting the bracelet off and on can be a pain in the ass sometimes, not gonna lie. Originality is never having met 2 people with the same exact collection. Maybe 2 people with the same exact watch, but that doesn't count. So far, after almost 2 years of owning this, I haven't met another owner of the steel and gold Black Bay. I understand though. The 58, it outshines. The case size is honestly much more palatable. I'd never call a 58 owner basic. I love that watch. And if money wasn't a thing, I'd probably own one too. But for me, the steel and gold was it. This was the one when I saw it, I thought to myself, you know, life would be pretty sweet if I owned that. And it has been. Every day. There are definitely benefits to buying from the AD. Of course, the most obvious is guaranteed authenticity, but my experience was sweet. I was gifted a hat and a wallet after purchasing my Black Bay. I don't know if they do this for everyone, but it was a very nice touch, especially after making one of the biggest non-work, non-car, non-house related purchases of my life. Channel regulars know this watch was a 10-year anniversary gift from my wife, but we share our finances, so we both equally felt the pain of this irrational investment, but I have no regrets. The joy I get from owning this watch outweighs every rational thought. It is my first grail, my first undeniable infatuation, the first completed bucket list goal on my journey, and the most exciting part is, it's still only just beginning.